If you want to skip the intro and get right into the video, head to this timestamp or check the timestamps in the description. Welcome members of the Always Growing VR Horde, my name is Rex, this is Eyes on VR, and today we're doing a bit of a one-eye review here, just like I did for Propagation VR a few weeks ago, which was an amazing game by the way, you should check it out. Because this is a game that doesn't quite require 20 to 40 minutes worth of reviewing, but it definitely deserves a mention as it is an absolute VR gem. So that's why today we are going to take a look at Batman Arkham VR.
To be fair, Tim? Oh, hello. Wow! Get it back! We good?
Who's the real monster here?
You okay?
No! I just pooed myself.
Just need that last cog.
For those of you that are new to the channel, I'll take a look at graphics, sound, gameplay, and whether this is actually worth your hard-earned money, because no game is perfect. So with that said, let's get into it. Graphics. The graphics are everything you would expect here if you play Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, especially Batman Arkham Knight, because this game seems to be set in between Arkham City and Arkham Knight. This game is looking just as gorgeous as you would expect it to, especially as good as Arkham Knight does. Clearly what they've done is they've just dragged and dropped from Arkham Knight into this VR demo. The visuals scream Unreal Engine, everything looks the same, the Batsuit looks the same, the character models are all really highly detailed and look beautiful. You can even take a look at them in a gallery of sorts as well, which is great because you can unlock and check out your favorite Batsuit. My favorite in the entire universe, of course, being the Batfleck Dawn of Justice Batman v Superman suit. But everything's just spot on here. Batarangs look great, the grapple looks great, and the designs are all exactly as you remember them. And it's so cool. It's so cool and so fun to be dropped into that world and see this visually. When you've played everything in third person throughout 3 different games, you think, wow, these look great. These are amazing looking games. But this will show you what Batman sees, and it looks even better. When I was first dropped into the Batcave, I could not believe how gorgeous it looked. Whoa. 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 Oh my, wow. And that theme runs through the game. Any setting you're in, whether it's city streets, in a morgue, or in the Batcave, or anywhere else, everything looks amazing. Graphics are 10 out of 10 here. Sounds.
You have new messages received yesterday.
Master Bruce, it's Alfred again. I'm so old now, sir. When will you let me die?
What the f***?
Batarangs, ready for deployment. Aerodynamically designed for rapid flight and high impact. Calibrating targeting. Batarang targeting calibrated.
A full handprint. The witness was Jackie Flynn, low-level criminal and known associate of the Penguin.
Oh! Oh! No! 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 Let me go!
Is it gonna do the dun 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 dun? There it is.
Sounds again are just exactly what you remember them being, everything from opening up a Batarang to flinging the Batarang, shooting the grapnel. It all sounds the same. Of course, you have the return of all the amazing cast from the Arkham games. You've got Kevin Conroy as Batman, you've got Mark Hamill as the Joker. Robin and Nightwing are all played by the same person. Alfred is played by the same person as well. By the way, just saying, I always forget what Alfred looks like in these games. When he came up to me in person, I was like, hello, who are you? Hearing the roar of the Batmobile sounds exactly like you remember it. Sound is really good here. All the gadgets sound right. Just everything sounds the same. I can't put to you how well imported everything from this game is from the third-person console, PC, non-VR versions of these Arkham games are. Gameplay. The gameplay is kind of where things fall down, unfortunately. Now, Batman Arkham VR is basically a sort of non-locomotion game. You cannot move. Well, I say that. You can move. You can teleport around, but it's not like you would expect it. You don't have free locomotion. You can only teleport to specific pre-allocated points within the game world at any time. So it's hard to call it a game, but it's not quite a VR experience where you can't do anything. There's a lot of interaction here. In fact, your interaction is key to getting through the story and doing things in this game. But I completely understand it. This game is 4 years old. We've only really just begun to expand VR into amazing territory now. The Quest 1 came out 2 years ago, and that really brought things into the mainstream. This was made 2 years before that, so I am not surprised by this. And if you bear that in mind, the locomotion issues aren't really that bad. You still get to do plenty, lots of batarang throwing, scanning of corpses on various muscle tissue and bone layers, which is really cool in VR. It looks really funky. There's puzzles to solve, even Riddler puzzles to solve, which encourages replayability because you don't have access to the Riddler trophies and puzzles in your first playthrough.
Did you think you found me?
Completing those, you can unlock a lot of things for the gallery mostly, where you can look at different Batmobiles, different bat suits and things like that, which is really nice. One of the most impressive things about Batman Arkham VR in general, your understanding of the scale of this world becomes so much more apparent in VR.
That you understand now. Look at the size of this thing. This is why I can see it in the friggin' sky, because it's friggin' huge.
You think, oh yeah, I'm just walking around in third person playing Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, you know, whatever. But when you sit down in VR or stand up, whichever, you can play it in both, you understand how things work a lot more. When you look at character models of, say, Robin or Nightwing, and you think, oh, these skinny guys, yeah, I'm sure they're fast, but I bet they couldn't take a punch. But when you see their armor, how metallic it is, how everything's laid out, how you can see that they would have ease of movement and strength at the same time, it really puts in perspective the realism and how much effort Rocksteady put into their Batman universe. Because to me, it's all plausible. You look at the armor on people and you think, yeah, I can see why you are a threat. Taking a look at different bat suits that you unlock through achieving Riddler challenges gives you even more of an impression of that. I unlocked my favorite bat suit in this game and I thought to myself, wow, yeah, if someone came up to me looking like that and I was a criminal, no thanks. The gameplay loop is not bad. The story is super linear in every single way, of course. You go from location to location doing Batman-y things until you get to the end of the campaign, which ends in a very more horror-driven aspect than you would think.
I am infected. I am the Batman.
And speaking of horror, the opening of the game, they make you live Bruce's parents' death, and I have to say, that was not amusing. I've seen it a million times, but I didn't want to live it. But wow, does VR really nail home how that went down. You'll go to a variety of locations though, from City Street alleyways, which is Batman's bread and butter really. You'll go to the City Morgue, you'll go into the sewers, you've got the Batcave, you've got the Wayne Mansion. There's lots of different locations to explore and things to enjoy here, so you wouldn't be bored, I have to admit. It's just, it is super linear, apart from in the Batcave where you can kind of do your own thing. But if you're looking for a full Batman experience where you're beating up bad guys, snapping arms and breaking legs, then you're not going to get that from this. Hey, shut up!
He was following a lead.
I'm following my own lead.
Infected with the Joker's contaminated blood.
I'll go through the story real quick, no spoilers, just in case you do want to know. Basically, you've come home from a night out patrolling as Batman, and Alfred has got a hold of you, and he said that there is a problem getting hold of Nightwing, Robin. To have one of them not report back for a day or so is not abnormal, but to have both of them not report back at all for days is a problem. So you go out into Gotham to investigate, and it leads you down quite a rabbit hole of crazy but amazing, I will say that. You'll go to a bunch of different locations throughout Gotham, see some villains that you recognize. It's really fun. Now, is this game worth your hard-earned cash? This is where I have a problem. This game, a game with no proper locomotion and that's super linear, super controlled, and not the longest in the universe. You could probably complete this within 45 minutes if you're taking your time, or you've never imagined yourself as Batman in your head before. But right now on the Steam store, this thing costs £15.
He's out! Oh, no, he's not! Oh, jeez.
That's really expensive for a very short experience that came out 4 years ago. I picked this up when it was on the Steam summer sale for like £6, and I would recommend you do the same. If you want to be Batman, this is the closest you're gonna get. This is the VR game for being Batman right now. Others, officially licensed, do not exist, and this is the one, and it is a universe you'll remember because we've all played the Rocksteady games. But man, £15 is way too much to pay for this. So I would say wait till it's on sale, add it to your wish list, because no. That is way too expensive for this. Don't get me wrong, if you are itching to be the Batman, you are itching to put on that cowl, you want it real bad, so bad that you can taste it while you're watching this, then yeah, go buy it because you're gonna love this. But for me, I'm glad I waited for the sale because I'd have been very, very annoyed if I'd have paid full price for this, quite frankly. One thing I will say though is I got no bugs here. No bugs playing this game, everything worked perfectly, nothing bugged out on me, nothing messed up on me, everything worked perfectly fine. My only tip to you is if you do second or third playthroughs and you're doing Riddler challenges and trophies, when you unlock something to view in the gallery back at the Batcave, do not view it straight away from where you are because it will take you back to the Batcave and reset your entire mission progress, so you have to start from the beginning again. Don't know why it does this, but it does, and I was really annoyed about it when it happened to me. Overall, this experience is really, really fun. If you love Batman and you've always wanted to put on the cowl, this is perfect for you. Even if not, and you just want to get more of a personal sense of the Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Knight Rocksteady universe, this is also for you. It's amazing. But if you're looking for a full Batman experience where you're beating up bad guys, snapping arms, and breaking legs, then you're not going to get that from this. So it's up to you to decide whether this is for you. I'm glad I got it, but I'm also very glad I waited for it to be on sale. That's it from me this week. It was just a short one to show you this awesome game / experience. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Rex. This is Eyes on VR. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Mr. Batman, which way to the bus station? Oh, it's that way. Oh my god, that's crazy. I love it.